Paul Kingsbury. Well, I'm Elmiran, and I opened my store in 1981 when I was 20 years old. I've been here ever since in various locations, and about 38 years. We fix bikes, sell bikes, ride bikes. I started it fresh on my own. In West Elmira, in what used to be a gas station, and worked out of there for about 4 years, and learned the hard way how to go into debt and run a business poorly. Made a bunch of changes, and then worked out of the hole, and kept stepping up one space after another to improve it. Yeah, when I started, there was 3 others. Now I'm the only one left. Yeah, there's one in Corning, there's a couple in Ithaca, Binghamton. Most of the bigger cities have a bike shop, but where there used to be 2 or 3 or 4, now there's often just 1 or 2. It's brick and mortar kind of retail. It's a tough business anymore, and it's tougher and tougher every year. So people age out or fail. You don't see too many new ones starting up, but I guess it happens. Well, computers came along, so that made business more efficient and easier to order and sell and that sort of thing. It also changed the game where people can shop online as opposed to in the store. So that takes a bit of a hit, a little bit of a hurt there. But the nice thing about a bike shop is that bicycles need service, and you can't send your bike to eBay and get it fixed and send it back. So the service aspect of a store keeps it going, a bike store. Yeah, it's pretty quiet in the wintertime. This right now is January, and it's quiet. But once the temperature goes up a little bit in the spring, you get a warm day or two, 50, 60 degrees. People start thinking about their bikes again, and then it just goes back into gear, and it's full on until October. The bikes that we sell are a higher quality bike. They are going to be a little bit more expensive than a department store bike, but bicycles come in different sizes, and there's different styles. So when somebody comes to my store, we determine what style of bike they would need, what size bike they would need, and then we would fit the bike to them so that it's comfortable and fun to ride, and also it's set up properly and it's safe to ride, and it'll last a long time. Just like people, there's short people and tall people. And so we determine which of those sizes is going to fit the person best, and then we would put the bike in the stand, and the person would get on the bike, and we can adjust the seat height to get proper leg extension, and adjust the reach of the handlebars and the height of the handlebar to make it efficient to ride and also comfortable so you could ride it a long time. So sometimes people will want a bike and they'll just see the price tag and it looks like a cool bike, but in the end, it doesn't fit well, it's not fun to ride or uncomfortable to ride, and they just park it and kind of waste their money and miss out on a lot of good riding. Bicycles are used by everybody, all the way from rich people out, on fancy vacations and, fitness riding and that kind of stuff on expensive bikes, all the way to people that are picking up bottles and cans. They're all riding bikes. And a lot of people, especially in urban centers, use bicycles for transportation. They don't own a car. Wherever they're going is maybe kind of a long walk, or the bus isn't going there. They don't have money for the bus, so they ride a bike. And so often there's bikes that come to the shop that are sort of beyond repair, or people will drop off bikes that we refurbish and make them safe. And we'll give them away. Sometimes we sell them for $20 or whatever to cover the parts we put in. But that's kind of fun because it's nice to see people get around. And it helps them out. I don't know if it changes their life, but it makes it a lot easier for them to get around town. I do a lot of riding. I used to do some racing, and now I do more kind of long distance riding. And I've been doing some tour leading the last few years, which is pretty fun. So that allows me to travel to different parts of the country and ride in some really beautiful areas with some fun people. You know, you hook up with a new group of people for a week and travel around, show them the sights, and yeah, so it's fun to be out in the field where bicycles are actually in use, as opposed to in the store where, you know, we sell a bike and it goes away and we don't really get to interact with when people are having fun on the bike.